I think we're closing in on now, working with Kevin, and we have seen him make amazing results. Even me personally, great, because I can promise you here what Kevin is going to show you. For those of you who take advantage, it is absolutely life changing. And just before, I know I keep saying I'm about to bring him, but what we've been able to do here is actually give you all access to something before the general public has it. So this is just exciting on so many different levels. So I'm going to be quiet now. All right. And I'll get Kevin on. Let's make sure that Kevin can hear me. Kevin, can you hear me? Are you there?
I got you. I got you. Appreciate you. How we
Awesome.
doing? Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's good to see you on here again. And
Yes,
look,
sir.
if I keep going, you're not going to be able to stop me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it over to the expert. And again, look, Kevin, we understand you are really busy. You've got a whole team of developers there that you're working with. A lot of big projects you're doing, and so we do appreciate you actually being able to take the time out of all of that to speak to us and speak to the GoCo audience. So I'll leave it over to
No,
you.
definitely an honor. I appreciate you, man. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me out. And we'll be back and forth. We'll be on slides. We'll be off slides. I'm not a big slide guy, but we want to keep this as quick as possible. And I will rant all day long, I promise you. So we're going to get into this and go through it as quickly as possible so I can be respectful of your time. And I'm going to make a bold claim. And I'm going to tell you this. At the beginning of this webinar, you're probably going to be like, oh, come on, really? That's what you should be thinking. And then by the end of it, though, you're going to be telling me how easy this is for you to do. That's how this is going to flow. And if I'm wrong on that, then I'll buy you a steak dinner. So let's get into this. So what we're going to do is this right here. I'm going to show you a new data farming business model that generates between 4 and 6% per month, paid daily. And this is the crazy part, with literally 7 mouse clicks every 60 days. And there's zero risk to you. Now that's a bold claim, right? Put in the chat, yeah, sure, Kev. There's no way. Toss it in there, because that's what you're going to think if you see that. If I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. There's no way. That's not how things work, right? But I'm going to show you what we've done over the last 3 years to actually make this possible right now. And it's only open for a select group of people, and then we close it on down. So if this is for you, cool. If it's not for you, cool, right? But at least you've got the info and you were able to make an educated decision on what you want to do. So pretty crazy stuff. But I'll tell you what, at the end of this, you're definitely going to be like, yeah, I can do this. This is something I can do. And I do see how there's zero risk to me. So let's go ahead and kick this off. So in order to do this, I really need to take a minute and go, hey, look, I need to show you our past, where we've been, what we've done as a company, as an entity, as a group of people, where we are now, and then where we're going. Okay. So we need to walk through all of those 3 things in order for you to really get what's going on here. Okay. So if that sounds cool, let me hop in the chat. Let me know. And we will go through this and get it going. So here's what we do. All right. We work with a lot of companies. We work with companies like Binance, Bybit, BitGet. And let me know if you guys have heard of any of these companies, right? And what we do is, over the last 3 years, what we've been doing is we've been creating advanced proprietary algorithms, trading algorithms. I'm going to show you some of those. You don't have to be a master. You don't even have to really know how they work, but I want to show them to you anyway. And we use those algorithms to determine when to take trades in the markets, when to go ahead and open up a long trade, when to open up a short trade, how to go ahead and money manage that, how to go ahead and do that, right? How to navigate that trade to algorithmically get the highest win rate possible and extract the most money out of the markets that the markets will allow you to take. So that's what we do, right? That's what we've been doing for the last 3 years. And here is what that has resulted in. I'm going to pop over here. I'm going to show you guys something a little bit mind-boggling. Still, every time I open up my own admin area, it's kind of crazy. So this is, again, where we were. This is our version 1 of our software. Okay, and we're sitting in the admin area, and I'm going to scroll up and show you something. This right here is our trades. Every single one of these is a trade that was taken on our member's account, on a member's account. Let me know if you guys can see this. Pop in the chat if you can see this. And what you're seeing right here is the P&L ROE. I got this blurred out so you can't see the name of the accounts on there, right? Privacies. If I go and look at this P&L, you can see this right here. This is 36.95%. This is 43.914%. These are trades that have won, and this is the P&L and ROE of that particular trade. Not an account gain. People always are like, wow, you did 36% of your account today. I wish. This is how much was in that trade. So if you're getting in with, let's say, 2% of your account balance into a trade using risk management, then this would have been 36% account gain, 43 or on that trade, 46% gain on that trade, right? 25, 20 on that trade. Now I'm going to scroll down here, and this column again is your P&L ROE. As I scroll down here, look for anything that's red, because if it was red, then it's a loss. Look at this. Utter insanity. You guys ever seen anything like that? This is, I'm showing you 1 out of 1,000. If you can see down here, 1 out of 1,000 results, right? One page, 1,000 results on it. There's 308,480 winning trades, almost consecutively. We had 2 losses somewhere, right? And these aren't even all the trades we've taken. These are the ones that we started tracking, because for the first, I don't know, year we were doing this stuff, we didn't even track this in this fashion. And we were like, man, we really need to track this, because we got to get that data. That's how we improve, right? So that's where we are. That's what we're able to do. That's how we're able to build this. That's how we're able to grow accounts and scale and so on and so forth. And we did that for other members. So if that sounds cool to you guys, let me know, pop a one in the chat. Be like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I mean, that's over 300,000 winning trades. Not a bad gig, right? Would you want to be a part of something like that? If I turn the keys over to that to you, would you go, I'll do that, right? Would that be you? We're not going to do that, but would that be you? Would you want to test drive that system, right? So yeah, pretty nuts. Now, having said all of that, that's where we were. It's where we've been. And I'm going to show you where we're going, okay? Or where we are right now, and then I'll show you where we're going. Where we are right now is we have a problem. All of those trades that came in that you saw, pretty cool, pretty awesome, pretty amazing, but it's nothing compared to the data that we got and the things we were able to do. Because those trades right there, this is the algorithms that powered them. Now, when I show you this, sometimes I show these algorithms and these charts, and people are like, oh no, that's weird. Like, I don't like that. And I think you don't like it because it reminds you of, like, one, you can't make any pattern out of it in your mind. And number two, it's like when you go to a hospital and you see that machine that blips when you're still, when you're on life support, right? It's like, I don't like this. That's kind of what it feels like to me anyway. Maybe let me know if you guys feel that same way too. But a lot of people get kind of weirded out by charts. I'm going to show you some charts. You don't have to really know them. I'm not going to try to teach you how they work. I'm not going to teach you how my algorithms work. But I do want you to see the entry positions of what we were doing to get those wins. And they look like this. This is one algorithm for XLM. This is a cryptocurrency. And you can see even up until right now, it's still going. You see, this is your entry point and that's your exit point. It's looking for a 1% move in the market. So pretty cool. So if I zoom into this, go ahead and reset this chart, you can see this is your entry right here, and that's your exit. Okay, cool, right? And we did this, and this chart goes and back tests for a year, and we have 100% win rate, 25 closed trades. That's an account gain of 6.48%. Now imagine we have hundreds of these running at any given time. Here's another one. This is an XRP one, 100%, 49 closed trades over the course of that year, 6.63% account gain is what this would have done for you running this particular algorithm. So kind of cool, right? Pretty cool. But in doing this, in going down this road and having hundreds of different indicators running that made the cut, thousands that we've tested, thousands that we ran on simulated accounts, stuff like that, and getting all the data from all these folks that were running trades. Each one of these is somebody else's accounts. They're not ours. Being able to do that led us to take something like this, where we're doing 6% annually on 49 trades, to doing this on the same currency pair, to doing this right here. These are the results before our software interacts. This is the results after. 404 trades, 100% win rate, 66% account gain. That's a pretty good leap, right? Would you guys say? going from 6% all the way up to a 60% account gain. Pretty big leap, yeah? You guys imagine? It's not bad, right? How were we able to do that? How were we able to go ahead and then on one of these, this is an XLM, and so I pulled up an old XLM, and this is a 6% account gain, 25 trades. Let's go over here. 255%, 255 trades, 100% win rate, 43% account gain. How were we able to do that? We did that because we got a lot of data. We had a lot of data being fed in. Imagine all of these folks, 308,000 separate individual trades, and this is after we started tracking, feeding us data, showing us which charts in real time are the ones that will make the cut, right? If you've got that data, you're off to the races, because you can filter out the ones that are kind of okay. You can bring the ones that are good up to the top. And we all know, let me know if you agree with this, markets shift, markets change. And there's one thing I can guarantee you all is that this chart will not have a 100% win rate forever. It needs to be swapped out. It needs to be refreshed. It needs to be like spring cleaning, but you have to do it a lot. So we have to swap these charts out for ones that are better, not because they failed, but because nothing can win forever. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. The markets change. We have to rotate out. And so we always have to be looking at what's doing the best right now and what's doing better now than what was happening last month or 2 months ago. We have to swap that stuff out, or else we cannot continue to do what we do, right? And we'll just fall off. Eventually we'll have losing trades and the whole thing unravels and falls apart. That's where we are. That's the reality. I don't care what anybody shows you on a webinar or anywhere. Look at my 100% win rate. We do that because we have proprietary technology and we spend countless hours doing this. But the reason why we're able to maintain it right now is because the data that we get from people who are running the software. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me know. Pop in the chat. Let me know. So that's how we're able to do all this stuff. Okay. And here's the thing though. All right. Here's where that's where we were. I'm going to get into where we are now. Okay. And here's where we are now. Again, like I said a couple minutes ago, we work with companies like Binance, Bybit, and BitGet. Some of the biggest companies, we integrate into them with our software, right? And the fact of the matter is that up until just a couple months ago, everything was smooth sailing. We had a lot of people that could test the stuff, a lot of people that could run trades, open trades, close trades, all this cool stuff going on. And we're about to launch a version 2 of our software, right? A V2, which was faster, better indicators, all that stuff. We're about to bring that out to the masses and go crazy with it. But then this happened, okay? Binance, Bybit, and BitGet, the big three, right? These companies, they all pulled out of the United States, the UK, and Canada. Let me know who here is from the US, the UK, or Canada. Pop in the chat and let me know if that's you. Because if you were with us literally just a couple weeks ago, then now you can't. You're out. And so, Owen, you're from the UK, right? You would have got an email. It's challenging. You would have email saying, hey, get off of our site. Not because it's illegal, but because it's a lack of regulations, a lack of clarity. These countries are not providing companies a lack of clarity. And unfortunately, they like to enforce by litigation, right? We see that happening all the time. I think the winds of that will change, but right now that's where we are. That's where we find ourselves. So imagine literally we're about to launch V2, which is bigger, better, faster. And what happens? All these companies, these countries, the very people that are operating in these systems, they cannot do it anymore, right? We cannot get that data. We cannot improve our algorithms. So guys, what happens when we can't improve our algorithms and we can't swap these things out, right? We can't flip out these algorithms. Probably gonna what? What do you guys think we're gonna do? Hop on the chat. Oh, wait a second. Hop on the chat, guys. Let me know. What's gonna happen? We're gonna lose. That's right. We're gonna end up losing trades. And that blows our whole model out of the water, right? Because we do pretty darn good. So we had to make a change. And during this time, for those of you who are in a situation, right? in a situation where you see what the market's doing, you see what's happening with Bitcoin, people are starting to talk about this, you got ETFs going on, all these cool things are happening, it's starting to feel like it's about to come back, right? So we're sitting in the most advantageous time in crypto's history. Main Street adoption is happening. Central banks are going ahead and using Ripple XRP, to send cross-border payments. Like, it's crazy what's about to happen in this space. A lot of explosion in activity. I'm not saying all markets are going to fly up, probably not, but they are going to. What is that? There we go. We are going to see some really big moves in the crypto space as far as mass adoption. That's what we're looking at. Okay, and we're stuck at that exact same moment. So what do we do? Well, what do we need? What's the number one thing that we need? What have I said this whole time since we started this? What do we always depend upon? What do we have to use in order to pivot? What do we have to use in order to see which chart is going to work the best? Which money management strategy in our software is going to work? Peter says data. Yeah, we need that data, right? So what do we do? How do we do that? Well, we have to go and take a page out of Google's book. Everybody knows who Google is, right? And Google, what they do is they data farm. Whenever you search in this box right here on Google, they're farming that data and they're selling it to advertisers. If you guys have ever seen this before, which I'm pretty sure you probably saw one of these on the road. Have you ever seen this Google Maps car driving down the road, right? It's become a prank to do weird things in front of them to get on Google Maps. This is data that they are farming. Google is data farming, and they pay drivers to drive all around to go ahead and record the streets so they can farm that data so that they can then put out a bigger product so that they can then serve advertisements, and on it goes. But they need that data, so they pay people up to $78,000 a year to drive one of these cars. I didn't realize how you could make that much money driving a Google car around, right? Pretty cool. Maybe that's what we should all do. Maybe we should all go get Google Maps cars and drive around for Google, right? Because obviously that data is very important to them. That's their entire livelihood. That's their business model. So what are we going to do? We're going to follow suit. They run data farms. We are also going to follow suit on that. And I'll show you something. This is the first data farming center that Google had. This is it. It looks like some motherboards and some wires in a closet, right? Because this is like 25 years ago when they first started this stuff. Because their job is to what? Bring all the information to the world and make it usable. Our job is to what? Data farm as well. Bring all the algorithms that we have configured, thousands of them that our lab configures. We have 20 members in our lab configuring different algorithms for us. We give them indicators, we give them algorithms, they go to work and they configure and give us hundreds and thousands of different configurations and money management for particular currencies. They make those, but we can't test them. So now what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and we've created our own Carbon Collective data farming center. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So this is what we're able to do. So does that make sense, guys? We came from a place where we had a lot of people running trades on our platform. Boom. Okay, great. We got a lot of people running trades, 300,000, plus winning trades, right? And that's just what we tracked. And what happens next? We're cut off. They cannot do this anymore. So now what do? Well, we still need that data in order for us to be able to trade, because that's how we improve our algorithms. That's how we supply our clients, hedge funds and other companies, with algorithms so that they can trade as well, right? So it's not just us trading. We do a lot of trading, but it's not just us. It comes down to our proprietary software that we sell to other companies as well. And so we still need that data. So how do we get it? Well, we created our own Carbon Collective Data Farming Center. So I'm going to show you guys how that works. But before I do, there's one other thing I want to show you and I want to talk to you about. Because in order to make this work, it comes down to getting that data, number one. But number two, it also comes down to one other thing. And that's a piece of technology. In order to do this, we have another piece of technology that we've brought to bear on this. One that in the last bull run went absolutely insane, right? And Robin, yes, this is a kind of front running. Yeah, we're able to back test and forward test in time. Exactly, she's got it, right? So we're taking, that's the data farming model, but we need one other piece of technology in here in order to make this work, in order to make this and put us in a position where we can actually pay people for this data, and we can do so to the tune, like I said in the beginning, right here, right? 4 to 6% per month paid out daily with literally clicking that mouse 7 times every 60 days. So we say things like passive, we throw that around, but it's not. You do have to pop in here every 60 days, and you do have to go ahead and load in a new strategy that we give you, and I'll show you how we do that, right? You got to click it. You have to run it. We cannot. So here's the thing. Not only are we using the data farming, but the technology that we've brought to bear in order to make this possible is one that you probably are like, ugh, I don't like that, because that's my reaction when I hear it. Even it probably always will be. And that is NFTs. Who here's heard of NFTs, non-fungible tokens? Give me a me in the chat if you've heard of an NFT, what that is. Even if you don't know what it is, if you've just heard the name NFT, oh, NFT, there's a big craze and it was utterly insane. And here's what people did with NFTs. I'm going to show you what people did with this technology, which is ridiculous. And then I'm going to show you what we do with this technology and what corporations and companies do with this technology. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are used to show ownership of something. This is a physical version of a digital asset, actually. This is just me showing this so you can see what it literally look like, what they would look like if you could hold them in your hand, which you cannot because they are digital. They are on the blockchain. But if you could, this is what they would look like. And what we did with the technology of NFTs, a product that gives you the ability to show ownership of something. Literally, you can have a company attached, an LLC attached to an NFT, and that NFT can own that company, and that company can own assets, right? And you could sell that NFT. I could sell it to you, Nev. I could say, here you go, buddy. And you could take it and you could buy it for me, and I could transfer it to your wallet. And now you would control that company. You would control those assets. That's what companies are doing with this stuff. It's amazing technology, but here's what we did with it. When I say we, I mean the collective we in the last bull market is we made an NFT represent this monkey right here that sold for, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a picture. Utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And this is actually still going on to this day. This picture right here is 0.65 ETH. Does anyone know how much 0.65 ETH is? Is that like $1,000 right now? Is that about what that is? So you're telling me you're going to buy a picture, for not a real picture that hangs on your wall, mind you, a digital picture. It's a bunch of pixels. You're going to go buy that for $1,000? That's insane. But I show you that to let you know that while that's been a silly technology in the way that a lot of people have used it, the way that we use it is totally different. So here's what we do is this right here. All right. This is our data center. This is that data center that I showed you and how we're going to go ahead and you'll utilize this. And in this data center, we're mining, right? We're farming that data, and we give you the ability to be the people who farm that data for us. And this is what it looks like. And so for our NFT, let's say you were to get an NFT and it was $100, right? It's a digital asset. It's sitting in a MetaMask wallet. That's a wallet that's on like Google Chrome. You guys all use Google Chrome? Let me know if you do. If you use Google Chrome or if you use Firefox, however you port on into the internet, chances are you can use MetaMask. It's just a wallet, right? And your NFT sits in that wallet. And when it goes on into this website here, it will verify that you have it. Brave browser too, right? Yeah, Brave browser is pretty, I don't know why more people aren't using that. So what ends up happening is it will scan your wallet and go, oh, cool. Matt's got that NFT. And it will show you that NFT right here because now you own this area, right? It represents ownership. And what you can do in here is you can literally click this button right here, this add strat button. And what that will do is it'll open up one of those crazy charts that I showed you, right? It'll open it up. And then you'll literally click a couple buttons to fire an alert off. You'll go to the alert tab, you'll click it, and you'll shoot that alert from your free trading view account that we show you how to create, right, into the system, and we will start collecting that data. So let's back up. You can literally go create a free account on tradingview.com. That's the charting software that we use, right? We don't have a charting software. We use their charting software. It's a phenomenal software. But we give you a strategy. You click the button, it opens up in a new window in your TradingView account, and you click the button to send us that data. And when you send us that data, it hits here and it records what would have happened had we taken that trade. It simulates the trade and feeds that data to us. Now, what are we allowed to, what can we do with that, guys? What can we do with that? We can take that data and that'll dictate which indicators we're going to use and which ones we're not going to, right? And then we can swap those things out. So we can get better and better and better at what we do. And we could have an army of people testing all kinds of indicators, ones that fire off every day, ones that fire off 10 times a day, ones that fire off at, once a week, different money management strategies, all this cool stuff we can do on the back end to get better at what we do. And we could have a lot of people helping us farm that data. That's how the data farming works. And for that, what we do is whatever size NFT somebody purchases, right? Not invests in, that's the wrong word. Purchases. You buy an NFT, you're buying a product. You're plugging it into the system. Whatever size NFT that is, we will pay 4 to 6% a month of that NFT floor price. The floor price is, for those of you who don't know, right? The floor price is the lowest amount that NFT can be sold for. So you could start with a 20K NFT and its floor price, the resale value can go up to 22K. That's a thing that can happen, right? And so all you have to do is literally click the mouse a couple times and decide, make a decision. Do I want to grow my NFT? And if you do, you'll get closer to 6%. It's a daily algorithm that we run. Or do I not want to grow my NFT? And if you don't want to grow your NFT and you go, I don't want to grow it, then your funds go right into your available balance right here. And let me know if you can see this. You might have to squint. You can see this card right here, this little card icon. When you click on that, you can then go ahead and withdraw this, okay? So either you have this on growing your NFT or you have it off. If you have it off, your funds go in the available balance, and that is closer to 4% per month. And if you have this on, then it's closer to 6% and it's growing that NFT value. Let me know, hop in the chat, give me a one if that makes sense, guys. Let me know if that makes sense. If this dashboard kind of makes sense to you. Okay, got it, Kev, cool. So I get an NFT, I buy an NFT, I go ahead and I plug it in the system, all right? I click the add strap button, it takes me over to a free TradingView account that I set up. I got videos to show you how to do that. Takes you over to that free TradingView account. You go ahead and send an alert over on that indicator, and then in 60 days from now, you do it again. That's it, guys, right? That's it. That's how you do it, okay? That's in the entire data collection center from your standpoint. From our standpoint, it gets a little wacky on the back end, right? Because we're racking and stacking algorithms. We got 20 people in our lab who work on trading for us within our system, and they're configuring charts and they're pushing those charts up for our data farmers to go test, to go run for us. So pretty cool. That's the system. That's how we do it. Now, there should be something in the back of your mind going, like your spidey senses should be tingling right now. Because if I saw this, I would have one distinct question. I would have a very big question, and it would fundamentally change everything for me. Because I told you at the beginning of this, right? Check this out. I told you at the very beginning of this right here, okay? It was a new data farming business model that generates between 4 and 6% per month. Everybody got that part? You guys got how that works, right? Give me yes if you understand that part and why we do it this way and why we're willing to pay for that data. And right, let me know in the chat if that makes sense to you. Paid daily, cool. So it is paid daily, great. With 7 mouse clicks, okay, easy, right? Because all you're doing is clicking on a thing, you're going over to your TradingView, your free TradingView account, you're clicking another button, and boom, 60 days and a different indicator will be loaded back there for you. Cool. What about this part though, at zero risk to you? What does that mean? Because everyone should be asking themselves a couple questions, right? And that question number one would be, okay, so if I did this and let's say I got an NFT for $100, okay? I got an NFT for $100 and I went and plugged it in and I'm chugging along. I'm good. I'm generating 40%. I'm generating 6%. I'm toggling that button. Some days I want to raise the value of my NFT. Some days I just want it to the cash to go straight into my balance so I can remove it. Maybe that's you, right? Chugging along, great. But what happens when you decide you don't want to do it anymore? What happens when you say, you know what, I got other stuff going on. Life happens, whatever happens. I don't want to do that anymore. What happens then? Everyone should be asking themselves that. And then there's one other thing you should be asking yourself. So if I was watching this, I'd be wondering, Kev, if I put in $100 in this thing, how do I get that $100 out? Because you're not putting an investment in, you're not buying an investment. What you're doing is you're purchasing an NFT that gives you access to a portal so that you can do these things. You're purchasing something. Just like when I bought this phone, right? I was buying something. Yes, I can resell it, but I was purchasing this phone. It's my phone now. That NFT is yours. It's non-fungible. It's non-transferable. It's your NFT. You can do whatever you want with it, right? You could go throw it away if you want. It's yours. So how do you get those funds out? So there's two mechanisms we have to do that, because I told you guys, you'd have zero risk in this. What in the world does that mean? Well, now I'm going to go into the actual site. Let's go in the back office. And this is the back office. And we have something right here called the NFT marketplace. This is where you can do two things. Thing number one, you can go purchase an NFT, right? And click the button, go buy an NFT. Thing number two, and this is really important. Whenever you go, I don't want to do this anymore. I for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, right? Life happens. For whatever reason, you can go and list your NFT on this marketplace. And the very nature of NFTs is this. The very nature of NFTs is they're not infinite. We cannot have infinite ones, right? We cannot have $20 billion in NFTs. That's ridiculous, because we have a limit of what we're able to accept. And once we've minted all the NFTs, they are gone. There is no more to be minted. There's no more to be had, right? When we close it down, we close that stuff down. So people are going to be hunting for these things. You saw what happened with the pixelated image of the monkeys, for the love of God. What about an NFT that actually performs a function, actually provides a value to a company, that company can get better, actually can be rewarded, right? And pay you. So here's what happens. When you decide, I don't want to do that anymore, you can list your NFT on this platform. And when you list it, somebody else can come get it. They can come purchase it from you at the floor price. So if you've grown that NFT, they're buying it for that price that you've grown it to. Let me know if that makes sense. There should be something else you're thinking. What if, Kevin, I get it, Kev, I get it. A lot of people are going to be looking for this thing. I get it. These are scarce items. I understand all that. But what if, Kevin? What if nobody wants it, right? What if nobody wants it? What happens then? After 30 days, if nobody buys it from you, on day 31, we will buy it from you. The company will purchase it from you. So the moment you list your NFT on this marketplace, the clock starts. We'll give it 30 days for other people to come get it. If they don't after 30 days, then we take it. We reserve the right to take it. In fact, this whole thing is a lot like the Big Bang, right? How did the Big Bang happen, guys? Right? Simple, right? Bang, boom, everything comes into existence. Yay, everything's happening, you know? The universe is expanding. And then what happens? The universe expands, and so it contracts. And eventually, the system will contract. Might be 20 years, might be 30 years, might be 40 years. We might not be collecting data from crypto at that time. We probably won't. It'll probably be in the Forex space. Don't be surprised if you get a strategy to test and you're like, this isn't a crypto. What is this? This is AUD to USD. What is this? Because we do Forex stuff as well, right? And we need to make sure we're diversified at all times. So eventually it's going to contract. And when I say contract, it means we go, can we buy that NFT from you? And you can say no, obviously, but the offer will be on the table, right? Because it'll expand and it will contract for two reasons. Biggest reason being, I would love nothing more to have my hands on all of them as time goes by, right? As the years progress. And 30 years from now, I would not mind holding 80% of the NFTs. Wouldn't mind it one bit, right? So there we go. That's how the system works. Now, there's a couple other things that I want to show you here, because when we look at this stuff, and I talk about this, and I'm like, oh, 20 years, 30 years, you're going to hear me say that. You know, we're not looking to do this for the next 5 years. We're not looking to do this for the next 3 years. We're not looking to do this for the next 2 years. We're looking to do this for as long as, one, there's breath in these lungs, and two, there's breath in the lungs of our members, of our people, right? And I'll show you some of those in a minute. But we have a lab, and there's 20 of them that trade. So they trade company assets, right? They're going to be trading company assets. They configure these charts. They're the brightest and best students that we have, and they've become, you know, they've really dictated where this thing goes. And so over the course of time, as time starts going by, they will take over, right? So this can live on past us, past Tracy, past myself, past Sahan, our partners, right? Past me and my partners. But also, it really comes down to this, guys. I want to look at this. Is my Facebook, and I don't go on Facebook ever. Okay, who here is like boo Facebook? I'm not a big Facebook kind of guy, right? I don't go on Facebook. So if you ever go on Facebook and somebody comes up and they're like, "Oh, Kevin's messaging me, talking to me," guys, I guarantee you it's not me. Okay, we get this at least a couple times a week where someone's impersonating me, and they have literally my profile picture of me speaking at an event, literally my picture here, right? Like they've got, it looks exactly like this, and they even mimic my posts. But this is what I want to show you. Oh, by the way, check that out. Look at that, there's some trades going right there. All right, let me come down. This right here is one of my biggest whys. You see this woman right here? This is my mom. That's my mom. That's me and mom in 2021, right? So it's me and mom. And mom, I've been sending her money every month for I don't know how long. I don't know how long. She has been receiving funds because I retired my mom a long time ago. But I want her to have a stable income moving as far into the future as possible, right? If something happened to me, I want my wife to have that same thing. I want our Karbon family to enjoy that, to be able to have that income that comes in. So that's why we do it. That's why I'm always talking about long term. And I'll show you one more thing, right? I'll show you our Karbon family. Anybody, you guys want to see them? You want to see what they look like? The folks who have been rocking with us, the folks who have been helping us really build this for the last 3 years. A lot of these folks, it's just phenomenal. I'll show you this, okay? I'm going to pop up right here. Boom. So this is one of our chats, right? And I'm just going through and grabbing some of the images. You can kind of see them in the back. Wearing our hat. Like you guys see me with the shirt, right? We got the hat. Obviously, we have coffee cups, and our people rock out our merch, right? Because they've been with us. This is their future as well. They don't look at this as being just some company. They look at this as their home. This is the family, right? This is how we operate. When we go click through, there we go. Boom, here we go. Check that out. Hat, coffee cup, t-shirt. Have you ever seen that? You guys look at like Bitcoin or any of the stuff. Have you ever seen anyone wearing a Bitcoin shirt or a crypto company having folks taking pictures with their merch, right? Pretty nuts. This guy's in a bar drinking out of a beer stein with his baseball cap and his coffee cup, right? Thumbs up. This is the beer stein. This is the Karbon beer stein, right? They get with the dogs wearing it. It's just cool. I don't even know. Somebody tell me what is in here. I don't know what it is, but somebody needs to tell me that, right? I mean, this is where it's at, guys. This is the fam. This is what we do, right? It's not just a bunch. I mean, look at that. It's just so cool. So it's for the people that we are around. And you guys know that I'm in the military. I told you that. I think when we first started this, I might have mentioned that. I know John did. I was in the Air Force, and it comes down to this for me and for us. There's two things out of the military. Anyone serve? Anyone in the service? Let me know. Pop in the chat. Let me know if you're in the service, or if you know someone who's been in the service. because you can attest to what I'm about to say. There's two things about people in the service, right? We live the core values. Former private security, very cool. Royal Navy, yeah. So I don't know what the core values are of the Royal Navy, Gary, but John, Air Force, yeah. What is it, John? Integrity, service before self, excellence in all we do. That's how we live, isn't it, John? That's what we do. That's what's ingrained in us for 2 decades, right? And so when you retire, and I'm talking to you, John, because you get this, man. When you retire, when you leave that military environment, when you leave that, what happens? You lose that family, those guys to the left and the right of you who do anything for you. You lose that, and you'll probably spend the rest of your life, my brother, looking for that. And so we're always trying to keep a small group of people and help them reach their goals. Help them as if they were family. That's what we're always doing, right? We never stop. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. I mean, look at this. Who does this? Who's sitting here? I mean, people are saying happy birthday. You're like, this is just so cool, man. You know, it's just so cool. So this is what we've been able to build over the last couple of years. Again, we've been doing this for a while now, building up algorithms and doing all these things. I'll show you what. Since we are on the Facebook, I will say this, and I don't go on Facebook very often. Once in a great while, I'll go make some kind of a post, right? And like when we hit 125,000 winning trades, you see me posting on here. And like, let's just look at the comments, right? 48 trades, 100% win rate, like just cool. These people commenting because it helped them. It helped them build and help them grow. And now, unfortunately, they can't partake because they're not in the right jurisdiction because governments can't get their act together. But we do have another way that people can proceed. John.
Awesome, Kevin. Thank you so much. And there are some people flicking through here wanting to jump on this. So I'm just going to quickly put that link in the chat, and really appreciate you coming on and sharing everything with us. There have been some questions in the chat. The chat has been moving fairly quickly, everyone. So if you have a question and it didn't come through, make sure you put it in the chat again for us, all right? So we can see it and save us scrolling all the way back up through it. But amazing presentation, Kevin. And at GoCo as well, Greg and I, we've got an NFT as well. So we bought one last week on Friday. We put in, you can see there, we made $185.
Oh, nice.
Literally haven't
nice.
touched a thing. We're adding it, we're compounding it, Kev. So you'd be proud of us. We're compounding it and
take it out, please.
And growing the floor price as well, and been absolutely amazing. We've seen what you've been able to do in the community, and you know, it is definitely a real testament to you. And I don't know whether it is your military background or what it is, but you know, whenever adversity comes your way, you know, when you know all this restrictions coming in with people being able to access cryptocurrency or be able to make an income outside of a conventional system, instead of curling up in a ball in the corner, you just say, okay, all right, how do we move? How do we pivot? And what you've come up with here has been just absolutely amazing. And we can't thank you enough. And look, everyone, this isn't for everyone, okay? So we're not here trying to, you'll notice that Kevin is not here trying to do a big sales pitch or anything like that. It's literally, we've asked Kevin to come on here to be able to share this opportunity with you. The great news is, you know, because we've got that relationship with Kevin, you're actually able to get in quite early before it goes out to the wider public, which has been fantastic. So, you know, you either do it or you don't, that's fine, but that's just the facts. That's what's happening. We're doing it. Our families are doing it. And it's been absolutely amazing. And you know, as I said, I can't thank you enough here. Now we've got the questions are starting to pour in here. Mark, I've purchased my NFT, couldn't get a trial on TradingView. Does that matter? So Kevin just needs some assistance with TradingView there. What's his best course of action, Kevin?
Yeah, you'll want to get that free trial. If you can't get a free trial because maybe you had a TradingView account at one other time, then you just if you have a VPN, a way around that. Okay, I'll tell you the short solution. I'll tell you what's going live really soon. The version that's kind of a pain is you get a VPN, you click on that link again, and you create one with a different email address. Now you get that 30-day trial. That 30-day trial is important because you have no cost. And what's going to happen here very soon is you won't even need to do that. You'll just have the free account, because we're setting up an email system to where you can send those alerts via email to an email box we give you. Done. So that'll be live here pretty soon too. So yeah.
Awesome. Now James is saying here, how long is the process to get an NFT? And
you want to show him?
Asking, is there like a video learning process? Because there are people on here, Kevin, who haven't done this before, haven't really stepped into cryptocurrency. So I guess, are there videos? Are there support? Is there, do you have people there that can assist as well?
100%. So what you'll do is once they'll toss a link in the chat. You can create your account, right? It'll take you on into this back office here. And then there's 3 steps. One, you need a MetaMask wallet. That's this right here. It's a Chrome extension. It's a MetaMask. It's a wallet that sits in Chrome. So you'll need that, and you'll be able to see NFTs sitting right here. I got a bunch of them, as you can imagine. And to do that, you just have step 1, step 2, step 3. You'll download and install MetaMask, okay? You'll just download it and add it to your extensions. You'll fund the wallet, and then it shows you how to buy an NFT. This one, downloading it, very simple, but we also have PDFs, and we give you the secure link to download it. So you make sure you're going to the right source. At any time you get stuck right here, you click that button, contact support, and they will help you. We have a phenomenal support team, up to the point where if you go, hey, can I get on a call with somebody to get this done? We have been doing Zooms with folks. Our support staff will get on a Zoom call, and not just our support staff, right? Our support staff and some of our operational teams, some of the folks that actually configure these things. So pretty cool. So it's all hands on deck to help people get up and running with this. You don't need to know much about the crypto space. You do need to get crypto, but we also have a way for you to do that. If you can't get crypto, we can help you with that. We can give you point you in the right direction. And if you're doing certain amounts, then we can actually, really step in and help you. So pretty cool. We're able to do that. And to purchase an NFT, like I said, you go to the marketplace here, right? And once you have your MetaMask and it's funded, you literally just click this button, purchase NFT. It'll pop up, and then I can just go ahead and go confirm. And then boom, now this NFT is pending in this particular account. So pretty cool, right? It's that simple. Once it's done, you've got the NFT in your wallet.
Yep, absolutely. I did it the other night. It took about half an hour total from start to finish, and very, very simple. As Kevin said as well, you've also got the support team there as well. You can reach out to them. If you get stuck in any way, reach out to Kevin's team, reach out to our team, whatever. We'll make 100%. Sure that you get very, very well looked after. All right. So, Simon, very interested, lost some money in a fake blockchain. Yeah. Simon,
it happens.
You'd actually be surprised how many people would even have approached us saying, hey, can you promote our stuff? Can you promote our stuff? Even through the GoCo group here, but we don't just approve anyone. We make sure, that the people we have on the program are really vetted, and we know them, and we trust them, and so that's hence why we're doing this here, because it is definitely a massive solution to a big issue. A lot of people got time and money. Like, I've got a really good friend of mine. He's got a house to pay off, a brand new baby, married 12 months ago, a lot going on, trying to work full time. And it's like, how do you get out of the rat race? And now he's on board. He's got a Karbon account. He's making passive income. He's absolutely ecstatic here. He's sending me photos every day of what's happening. And so it's absolutely fantastic. And I shared this earlier with you, Kevin, and there's a bunch of you on here that have heard me speak before, and a bit of my story, but I've got 3 kids, 2 of them severely autistic. They're not actually going to be able to look after themselves or provide an income for themselves. And that's sort of why I got into this space in the first place, because, working to death in the traditional corporate space, I tried that and I burnt out, and you got to work all of these hours just to be able to scrape some money together, and been looking for a passive income strategy where I can leave that to my children. So when I go, they've There's income coming in every week, every day, every week, every month. They can have proper care.
Yeah.
They can go on a holiday every year. It doesn't matter what comes their way. They're going to get paid. They're going to get looked after, and it doesn't fall to, their younger brother or to another family member. So, and I'm sure there's other people out there like that. You really feel for your family, for your kids, for your parents, no matter who it is. And this is amazing. And as Kevin said, this is he's getting one for his mother, so she's got the recurring income. And this is one thing that really succinct with us is, he's looking at what do I want to do for my family? What would I want my family to have? What would I want to have in place to look after my mum no matter what happens? And that's what he's done here, and that's what he's giving out to the community. So that's great. John says, what does it cost to join up or participate? Well, John, you can just click on the link and it's free to open an account. You can go in there, check out the videos, see what's going on, and then basically to get an NFT, what's the cheapest NFT that's on the platform if someone just wants to dip their toe in the water?
Oh yeah, the cheapest NFT is $100. So it started out, the cheapest NFT is $100. I'll go to this marketplace real quick and show you.
Yeah.
So let me go to the NFT marketplace. It's right there here. So it's $100 is the cheapest one. So people can just test it out and see what they want to do. And then they go all the way up to 250K. And here's the thing. Here's what's crazy is we started this out and we said, look, we're going to cap this at a 5K NFT. And then as soon as people heard about this, they were demanding higher denominations. Can we get a 7,000 one? Can we get 10,020? Right? Because they know, like a lot of the folks around me, they know they've used trading systems. They've used those algorithms. To them, it's just a no brainer. Holy crap. I don't have to actually trade. I can just go ahead and do this and provide data and still be of value to the system, yet don't have to worry about it. So yeah. So it ended up growing higher and higher. And we capped it out at 250K at the behest of other people asking us to. So yeah.
Okay.
This
awesome.
is really cool. Can I answer? We got this right here. What are the withdrawal fees to withdraw funds? So from us, there are none. And to further that, Nev, check this out. So what's one of the biggest barriers in crypto? It's spending it, right? Would you guys agree? It's spending it. How do I spend that crypto? So you're getting 4% per day and you decide you want to go ahead and you want to take those funds out. We are giving you a couple options. One of them is this, because you got to imagine from our perspective, we're sitting here and we're going, man, we're going to have a lot of funds going out, and we're going to be telling people like, hey, can you pull your funds out? Hey, can you get those funds out of there? We don't like the we don't want to be in control of them. So we want to give you a way to seamlessly do that. So I'll show you this. Everyone here has a cell phone, I'm assuming, or else, probably need to get that first, and you shouldn't be joining anything until you handle that. But I can go ahead on my phone here and I can look at it and I can click these buttons, boom, right? And it will open up to my debit card. And I can go and I can swipe this. So how do you get your commissions out? Not your rewards out. Not only is there no withdrawal fee from us, right? But you can also send it straight to your Karbon debit card. You can load that up and then go spend it wherever you want, right? We're adding that Karbon debit card in there. You can also send it straight to your bank account from there. So who thinks that's pretty darn cool? Like you can get your rewards and just have them right on your debit card. Nutty, right? Pretty cool. Yeah.
All righty.
Has there been any workaround for tax
there's-
implications? That's not my forte. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there are tax accountants out there that you can speak to, and there are some different things. There was someone here asking about a referral program. I think they may have jumped in on the link and saw in there that there is a bit of a referral program. Can we just briefly just let them know how that works?
100%. So I got it up here. This is how it works, and it works different from anything else you've ever seen. In every other referral program, what happens, guys? Has anyone ever referred to anybody? Maybe you have a Tesla, you refer someone to that. Maybe you use Amazon and you referred to Amazon and somebody bought something and they became a recurring product. Maybe you've promoted some other opportunity or affiliate thing, right? What always happens is you get to a point where you're making money and then now you're not because those people drop off. So the way that we structured this is like this, okay? And this is inaccurate. You cannot, I left this, you cannot compound this, okay? I'm just gonna toss that out there. That's inaccurate, I should delete that. One, each member of the system will get a referral link. You'll get a referral link, right? And any NFT holder that you refer, you'll get 10% of what they make. So Oz, Susie, Bill, if you referred me, if one of you three referred me, and I purchased this $50,000 NFT, right? Then you would make 10% of whatever I make forever. So whatever I make, you'll make 10% of, which is pretty cool. But what happens when I leave, right? What happens when I go ahead and say, I don't want to do this anymore for whatever reason? I want to go buy a house. I need to buy a car. I need to get those funds out. Funds should keep funds as liquid as humanly possible, right? So what happens? Well, I go list this bad boy on the marketplace. Someone buys it. Or I list it on the marketplace. Nobody buys it. And after 30 days, the company comes and buys it, right? But I get rid of that NFT. Now, when somebody gets that NFT, what are they going to do with it? What do you guys think they're going to do with it? They're going to plug it in and go use it. Why would you have a $50,000 NFT or $100 NFT, any size NFT, and not be actually using it in the system? Why wouldn't you have it here generating you income? That's silliness. So obviously they're going to go ahead. It's in their wallet anyway. They're using the system. It'll happen, right? And when they do, when they sell that NFT and somebody else picks it up, you will still earn 10%. Once you purchase an NFT, once you refer somebody who purchases an NFT, you are locked in as not only their person that brought them in. So any NFTs they get, you will earn on, but simultaneously at the same time, you're forever attached to the NFT itself.
Yeah, and Kevin, I'd add to that because there are obviously people here that are new to like NFTs and blockchain technology, but this is one of the benefits with blockchain technology. Okay, that is, it's written on the blockchain, it is done, it is set in stone. And so like you'll see there's other like referral programs. I know like Bybit does one and other exchanges do one. Sometimes banks will do it or whatever. But the fact is, you know, if someone goes and does something else, then that doesn't follow them. If they close their account down or sell whatever, that doesn't follow it. You know, and so you're not actually seeing that ongoing. It's, you know, usually a one-off fee or whatever. But the amazing thing with NFTs in the blockchain is it actually ties you on the blockchain. It's not even that you referred that person, it's that you referred that card. So those NFTs are linked together forever. So you know, some people have a little bit of trouble wrapping their head around it. They're like, oh, you know, I don't understand how does that work? You know, it doesn't sound plausible, but because it's on the blockchain, they're then forever tied. And yeah, so that's absolutely amazing, and you know, just another way that, you know, it you know, helps people to spread the love as well, which is great. There's a few people asking what cryptocurrencies are you paid out in. I think Tracy's
USDC.
answered most of those, but maybe we'll just USDC. And for those of you, again, because Kevin, we do have people that are really new to this space. What is USDC?
USDC is a stable coin, and stable coins are a type of coin that are pegged to the US dollar. So if the US dollar is 1, then that stable coin will stay as close to parity as 1 as possible. So they're used in the crypto space for a couple things. One of those is to a safety haven. So if I want to get rid of Bitcoin because I think it's going to drop, I can sell my Bitcoin for stable coin. I didn't have to exit the crypto space, but I got virtual dollars. So that's what stable coins are.
Yeah. Awesome. And Peter here, he just wants to confirm, is it 4 to 6% per month or per day?
Yeah. It's per month. And the way that works too is this right here. So see this grow NFT button? If you have this toggled on, then it will take your daily rewards and push them to the NFT floor price right here. And so that you're raising the value of that NFT, right? And that's closer to 6% per month. Now it's confusing because we say, oh, we pay out it goes every single day. And we do. So take 6% and divide that by however many days there are in a month. And that's about what you'll have every single day, right? So for the 6% this month, it's 0.195% or 0.192%. And that will get calibrated every month, right? But it'll be always closer to 6. If you have this turned off, then it'll be closer to 4%. it'll go into your available balance here. This month, I think it's 0.195, and every month we'll let you know what that number is, and that's dictated by the preceding month and what
Yeah.
profits were across the board in the company.
Yeah, yeah, and what I love, because I was actually helping a friend get on today. She's not, real big in the crypto world, and she goes, "Oh, how do I withdraw my money?" And it was just so easy. You literally just click the button, and
Yeah.
and she goes, "It can't be that easy," but it is, and you've made this really really user friendly, and it's fantastic. But look, everyone, I'm going to put the link here in the chat again. Make sure you jump on board, get yourself an account, grab yourself an NFT, while you still can. As this continues to go out to the wider public, we're really not expecting it to last that long. It's literally just been released. What was it, like a week ago or two
Last
two
week,
weeks ago?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
last week.
we've been keeping it as quiet as possible, actually, which is
Yeah, yeah,
counterintuitive, really. But
yeah,
you know,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
it was supposed to be a soft launch, but it's absolutely
it's
taken off
blown
through
up.
to
Yeah,
the roof, to the
yeah,
point where we may not even need to, Kevin and the team might not even need to go out to the wider public. But yeah, definitely jump on board there, have a look. And again, some people, if you're still not really sure of the crypto space and you're still getting used to it, you could just dip your toe in the water. You grab $100 NFT, see how it works, withdraw the funds, give it a bit of a go.
yeah.
And then as you begin to build some confidence, then you can go further in. For those of you who are jumping on board, good on you. For those of you who don't want to do it, and that's totally fine. All we're doing here tonight is just presenting you with the information. Completely up to you how you want to go on with that. Mike's just put a question here just before we wrap up. What are the fees to convert USD to USDC and back again? I believe that's a
Oh,
changing
yeah.
fee, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It does fluctuate. Really, what it fluctuates, if you want to get technical, is off of liquidity of the USDC at the time. But when it depends on what exchange you go through, to be honest. I mean, there's fees in this space are fairly high because that's the utility of a lot of these things, right? Is just the
Yeah, yep,
fees. So
yep,
that's kind of a pain. But you can withdraw when you withdraw these, you'll probably send it to a you'll do one of two things, one of three things. One, you'll send it to like a CoinSpot or a Coinbase, right? Two, you'll go, hey, you know what? I want to send it right to my bank account and from the back of the system, and you'll be able to do that as well. So I
mm,
showed you guys the card. I showed you we have a card for you guys that you guys are going to go ahead and get your hands on. What I didn't tell you is you'll also be able to connect a bank account and send it straight to your bank account, right?
mm,
And those fees are anywhere between 1% and 2%, depending on the amount and the location of where you are in the world, that kind of stuff.
yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was with someone else, with the person I was mentioning before. I think they bought a $50,000 NFT, and it was only a couple of dollars US
Yeah, it's
for
pretty
the
cheap.
gas
Yeah,
fees,
to buy it.
So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. The good thing is, for those of you who are in Australia, you do it during Aussie time. The fees are a lot lower than
During
when the
Aussie
guys
time.
in the US.
During Aussie time.
We get
It's
we
like,
get the best fees down under.
yeah.
And that's great. And and so there was someone asking, whereabouts are you located, Kevin?
I'm in
You
Japan.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm retired out of the
fantastic.
United States Air Force.
Yep,
And it's like a decade ago, guys,
yeah,
that I retired. I did 2 decades in the Air Force and I never retired for one. And so but I stayed in Japan. My wife's Japanese. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, and I know Greg's son's over there doing some stuff with
Oh yeah, I
Netflix at the
can't wait to see
moment.
him.
Couldn't be
Yeah.
prouder. He actually sent
Yes.
a video
So
to
cool.
all the members about a month or so ago of him over there in Japan having a good time. But
That's so
that's
cool.
great. Josh is just wanting to clarify with the referral fees. You only get that with the first person. Like, you give them the referral, they purchase. It's
All
just
NFTs.
first line.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
well, there's no multi levels. It's not a multi
yeah.
level
That's
thing,
right.
right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's only one
yeah.
level, 10%. But if you refer somebody and they buy an NFT for 100, then they go, and if there's more left, if they can, or someone lists one for them, because I don't know how long it would take them to go another step. But
Yeah,
if they bought another one for 500 or 1,000 or whatever, you would get that as well, and for the
yeah,
lifetime of
yeah,
that NFT.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
unless
So
they
it's
purchased it from somebody else.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
right. So it's
Yeah.
just the direct one-on-one. It's not like
Yeah.
anything else like that, which again,
Yeah.
is really great. And we've had a bunch of people utilizing that already, which is really, really cool. All right, then. Well, look, Kevin, thank you so much. I understand you are a really busy man. You've got a lab of people there that you're working with, and an NFT launch is no small feat. It's absolutely massive. But we really, really do appreciate you being on. And I know Greg was really, really pumped to be on here. We want to thank you all for joining us here tonight as well. Thanks for jumping on and staying on and having great questions. It's been great interaction. And let's give Kev a big thank you. Or say Kevin.
I
So I'm
appreciate you
being too
guys.
Aussie here, calling you Kev. Let's
Oh,
give
you can call me
Kevin.
Kevin.
Let's give Kevin a big thanks in the chat.
Appreciate you guys.
It's
Thank you.
not
Thank
every
you.
day you get
Yeah.
someone on this level live on us who's in there doing it, making these algorithms, and being fantastic. All right, awesome. A lot of love coming in the chat there. Awesome.
I'll see you guys in the fam. Hope when you guys are in here. Also, this week we're going to be loading free T-shirts for anyone who has an NFT. So,
hey, awesome. There you go. Next webinar, I'll be on with my carbon shirt on there with you then, Kevin.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
All right, awesome. Thanks again. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate you both. We'll chat to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.